So yeah, man. Like we were saying earlier, like, what are some highlights, right? Like some of my highlights that taught me some of the biggest lessons. I want to say is number one, just coming to America, right? Like I left Haiti at 7 years old. Like my dad was here before us, but after
Did,
like
did you
2
come like
years-
to America like Eddie Murphy, or did you come like we're here?
I think it was I'm the oldest brother, and the way I viewed it, I was like, yo, my dad isn't here. I gotta be the man, right? That's how I looked at it.
It's time to step up.
Exactly. But then I saw my dad, and it was like 2 years because he came to America. He's working to bring us here. I'm like, who's this man? At first, right? I'm 7 years old. Who's this man? But then I'm like, oh shit, that's my dad, right? And
Oh,
then
you didn't know your dad growing up?
No, I knew him. But he left like 2 years prior because he came here and he brought us here.
So you were 5, and then 2 years later, 7. You came
exactly,
over.
exactly. And then I'm like, whoa, this is my dad, right? Because he's been out of my life for like those 2
You're
years.
starting to get to know your father.
Exactly. So I had to, and now you're paying attention to the world. Like you're 7 years old. You're starting to like remember things.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Haiti, right? Like I'm like, yo, I just left home. Like, whoa, I left
New
home.
smell, new environment, new people.
Everything is new. Like my dad bought us like a bucket of KFC, and I'm eating.
Listen, I was gonna make a joke, but you know what? I respect it too much.
Bro, I'm eating the chicken, right?
You're eating the chicken.
Bro, black people love chicken, right? I'm eating the chicken.
It is what it is.
And I'm like,
I love chicken.
I'm like, this is dirty, right? Because I'm used to natural food.
Really natural Haiti
compared to fried stuff here. I'm like,
so you felt the grease, you felt everything.
You can taste the difference.
Wow.
Right? And I'm like, life is so different. Like, wow, people are like, I'm looking at the buildings. We're driving in a car. Like, I've never been in a car really, right?
Wow.
I've been on a motorcycle, but not in, like, and I've been in the back of cabs, but not like
in a car that you can call your own, like
air conditioning car, right?
Wow.
I've never been in something like that. I'm like, there's really more to life. Like, compared, like,
So that was the moment you felt like inspired, like the American dream came into you, and you're like, yo, I'm not Haitian, I'm American.
Bro, and I'm like, damn. Right? You're just like, damn.
Yeah.
I want this, and then you start to see things. You start to see more and more. Now I'm naturally a curious person. I'm naturally ambitious. Like I've always wanted more. Right? And I think my parents look at me and they're like, why do you want these things?
Stay humble, son.
Yeah, like
just get a job. Shut up, get a job.
But me, it's just like, no, like I want it all. I want more,
and I want it now.
That first moment that told me that, I was like, bro, like. The hunger started to build, right? And I'm 7, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, you're 7, you're like, I want things, right? That's how it starts, right? And then, dude, the next biggest moment, before I even get into that, right? Like, I think you can, kind of chime in. Like, what was one of the first instances that I want more out of life?
So my dad had a plumbing store, and my dad in the beginning of the plumbing store was successful. Like it was going good, right? And one day I go up to him, I'm like, Dad, I forgot what I wanted money for. I'm like, I want money. And he was in a bad mood, so he's like, no, I'm not giving you anything. I'm not giving you anything. Like, And I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I'm your only son, you're supposed to give me everything. You get what I'm saying? And then I go and I see next door that the windows of the business are dirty.
Right.
So I grab, because my dad had a plumbing store, he had a bunch of supplies. I grabbed like a bunch of Windex, I grabbed like the squeegee, I grabbed the thing, and I'm like, small ass kid. I think I was like not even 12 years old. I go up, hey, I'll clean your windows for like $5. And he was like, oh yeah, of course. Boom, clean the windows. I went the whole block cleaning windows. Check this out, right? I went to the 99-cent store, spent all my money. Right? Because I had it, and then I came back to my dad. The funniest part is what I originally wanted the money for, I didn't even buy that. But that was the first instant where I was like, oh shit, like I wanted more, I wanted more.
And now before we continue, right, definitely I think we should introduce ourselves, right? Like, guys, watchers, viewers, whatever you want to call yourself. My name is Duno Clenor, right? I'm a business consultant and podcast host, right? I've been doing business consulting and just working with different businesses in various industries over the last 3 to 4 years. That's kind of become my bread and butter, and really podcast hosting is something I've been getting into recently. But I've been a content creator for the last 3 years, and this is a new way of just adding value to you guys, and definitely expect a lot more to come from this. And I'm here today with Salem. Take it away, man.
I'm Salem, I'm a nobody. What does that mean? I represent the nobodies of the world. When you hear me talk, listen, it's just for you to take the information, dissect what you need, and then leave it where you found it. I am a nobody. Don't be interested in who I am, what I do, none of that. I am here to represent the nobodies of the world. When you hear people talking, oh, that's Salem, he's a nobody, they right? They're 100% right. I am a nobody. I represent you guys. What does that mean? I represent the nobodies of the world.
Dude, I think one of the biggest things with us meeting each other, aligning, getting to know each other, like even though it's in this type of atmosphere, right? It's one of those things where you just realize how powerful networking is, right?
Networking is extremely powerful.
You meet the right people and your life changes.
Absolutely.
You meet the wrong people and your life also changes.
What would you say is your top 3 most important things?
In terms of what?
Let's just say an up and starting, someone who wants to up and start. Like, what is the top 3 for them? That is, before anything, before you get the LLC, before you get the bank account, before you get anything, what is the first 3 things they have to focus on?
One is your why.
Super important.
What do you
why
even if you just want the money,
yeah,
that's
why
a
do you
good
want
why.
the money?
That just wanting more money is a good why. But then when you get to why you want that money, it strengthens the why.
You can expand on it.
And then you break it down even more, it strengthens the why.
What is your why? Why do you want money?
Dude, honestly, one, I think every foreigner, every immigrant is this, right? You see your family struggling, or you saw them struggle at some point, or whatever the case may be. Because I'm not gonna, put down my dad is a hard worker. Like he's, I'm not gonna say I'm in a bad situation. We're comfortable because of how hard my dad works, right?
Yeah.
So but guess what? He's always working. And then
So your why is to flex?
I don't want to say that either. my mom is also working. Right?
Yeah.
So because they're both working, and they're never home. Compared to Haiti,
Yeah.
in Haiti you had family time.
All the time.
Now, in the U.S., we don't have that much family time. So
Yeah.
for me, it's like, part of me is like, yo, I want this money so that my parents can have the option of not working, right? Because I understand, you, as a man, we always want to work, right?
Yeah.
So my dad's probably going to want to work, right? So it's like, yo,
I don't think we
give
want
him
to
that
work.
option.
I think we want to have the feeling of progress.
Yeah, 100%.
Not really just like work, because when people say work to me, and this is just me.
Yeah.
Remember, just listen to what I'm saying and don't take it personal.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you,
yeah,
I'm saying you, the viewer, you.
Dude, say what you got to say.
When I hear work, I hear slavery.
Mm.
Like, you're going to work. You got to work, boy. Like, oh man, like,
Yeah,
that.
we want choice.
We want choice. We want choice. I want to feel progress.
Work.
I don't call it work. I feel, okay, today I make progress. Today I make progress. Today I make progress. Because if you love what you do, you never work a minute in your life. Like, for me, like, I'll tell you something, a little background about myself, right? When I first got my big check, like when I first really got like the money rolling in, right? What it was like I never felt like I was working towards the check. I felt like progress.
That's the biggest thing, and I think that's number 2 for me, right? It's actually I could give you a really long list, but I'm now trying to narrow it down to the top 3. So number 1, right? Number 1 was your why, right? Once you understand why you're after this, whether it's the lifestyle, women, money, whatever that is for you, whatever your why is, your family, you want to improve your family situation, you just want, maybe you don't want to be a millionaire, maybe you just want a few $100,000 in the bank so you're somewhat comfortable with your family, your wife, your kids, whatever, right? You understand your why, that'll get you started. Number 2 is you really need to get rid of motivation. I just told you to find your why, right? Your why is your motivation, but now you need to cut out the motivation because that flees.
And just do the work.
Today I feel like I wanna save my family, right? Today I feel like I wanna be the hero for my wife and kids.
What about tomorrow?
Exactly.
What about tomorrow? After that?
Bro, tomorrow you might wake up and you don't feel like doing anything.
That's why you can't feel you gotta see the progress.
Exactly.
I'm making progress today, I'm making progress today, I'm making progress today.
So number 2, right? Number 2 is getting rid of short-term gratification, right? And notice how I'm only talking about mindset. It's not things you need to do, right? The number 2 thing is gratification. If you can kill short-term gratification and focus on, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, the wealthiest people talk in timelines, right? This is what I'm gonna achieve in the next 10 years, because you can achieve so much in 10 years compared to trying to be a millionaire in 90 days. If you say, yo, this is my 10-year goal.
This is a 10-year plan. This is a 90-day plan.
Exactly.
This is a 10-year plan.
You focus on a 10-year plan.
You know what people are going to say? You're fucking insane. That's
Exactly. And guess what? I think I would put that one as number 3, is forgetting about what anybody says. right? Because guess what? You know your plan. You have your why, right?
Progress.
Your gratification is
No motivation. You gotta progress.
exactly. You focus on progress. You push your. Let's say you have your 10-year plan, right? Now you're focused on progress, right? Because all right, you break that 10-year plan down to the day, what you need to be doing every single day so that you can achieve that 10-year plan.
Yeah.
And things will start to speed up. You may you may achieve that 10-year goal in 5 years just because you broke it down, you knew what you needed to do, and you got to work.
Yeah.
Right? And I think I saw. What would you say your top 3 are?
Number 1 is my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I want to spread His glory and His message throughout all realms. I want to let everybody know how great is my God, and my God is a great God. You know why? Because there's no such thing as a setback. It's only a setup. That's number 1. So that's my motivation. I don't want to be anywhere where He's not. You get what I'm saying? Do you want to be in a godless place? Absolutely not. I've never heard a review where it's like, yo, there's a godless place. Let's go there. It's always don't go there. So that's number 1. I do the motivation of helping others, right? And when I say helping others, is that some people can't be saved.
True.
You understand? You can bring a horse to the water, can't force them to
You
drink.
can only help the people that want to be helped.
You can build the ark. You can tell people, hey, the ark's here. Hey, it's gonna rain. But look who got on board.
When you try to help someone who doesn't want to be helped,
Sad.
you're destroying yourself.
It's sad. Very
It
sad.
pains you because you start to fall into this trap where you're like,
Yeah.
damn, I just want you to see better. I just want to help you.
Yeah.
But they don't want the help, so you.
Sometimes the best way to help is not to.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're killing your time. You're killing your energy just trying to help this person who doesn't want your help, who doesn't need your help, who doesn't care for your help.
No, they don't care for it. Number 1, definitely Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Do His message, do His plan. And number 2, the lulz, as in the memes. I want to make a bunch of money to be funny. Do you understand? This life is too boring.
Yeah.
Okay? This life is too boring. I want to start building some funky statues. I want to start doing things in reverse. I want to really mess with people. You know, I want to have some money so I can have entertainment. You know, and my entertainment is a little different than everybody. I'm not a crazy dude where I'm like, oh, you know, I'm gonna put 2 homeless people together, break a stick, and say fight for it. No, that's not my form of entertainment. But I want to do it for the for the funny part. You know, like I want to do a couple of interesting projects, and I know to do those things, I need money. And number 3, and is the most important part, is legacy. What legacy am I building? What am I building? And the legacy that I'm building goes back into number 1, for my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I want to build a legacy that ushers in a new wave of thinking. Because for me, right now, I feel like there has to be a resurgence in Christ in this country. I really, really feel like this is important. And the reason why I feel like you know, the Renaissance in Italy, when the Catholic Church paid like $300 million to bring all the best artists to do artwork, we need a new Renaissance in this country. We need new funding. We need money to come in and people to be inspired to really see how cool Jesus Christ is, because I think Jesus Christ is the coolest. I don't think there's anything cooler than Him.
Like what you just said too about funding is like it's creating opportunities, right? And when you're hungry, man, like the hungrier you
A
get,
shoe looks good.
Yeah,
You're hungry, a shoe looks good.
the more opportunities you
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
The more and funding. Like,
You know what's funny? Not to cut you off.
opportunities.
You know what's funny when we say being hungry, right? You know people say that all the time, right? Like, you gotta be hungry, you gotta be hungry. No, I mean physically fast. Physically be hungry,
Yeah.
not mentally be hungry. Yeah, you can always have a mental hunger,
Winners move fast.
but like don't eat food.
Yeah.
Like if you don't do your goals, stop eating,
Yeah.
and you're gonna do those goals very, very quickly. You want to clean your room? Stop eating. Say I am not gonna eat anything until I clean the room.
Yeah.
Right? But if you eat and you don't clean your room, then you know what happens? You know that you're not a man of discipline.
Yeah.
You don't have that discipline.
That's so true.
So you gotta stay hungry, like physically
Yeah.
stay hungry. You gotta like not eat. Have it empty. Yeah, 100%. It keeps you sharp.
Like, this may be unhealthy, but I barely eat because like if I'm working, I'm working. Like I don't
It
even
is what
think
it is.
about food. If somebody else, like you know, if someone, a girl, whatever,
Yeah.
they'll be like, nope, don't remember to eat. Remember your food. Are you hungry today? Whatever it is. Oh, I need to eat.
You know, I'm the exact opposite of that. When I'm eating, the world could be ending. I was like, I gotta finish this. It literally. They're invading World War III. They're like, listen,
Yeah,
this is my time. I gotta eat this. One,
crazy.
2, 3.
It's crazy. Now if I'm starving, yeah, I'm like, oh wow, like I forgot to eat.
Because we gotta appreciate the smaller things in life, and that's enjoying a meal and that's enjoying the things.
Yeah.
Now, more important than staying hungry, right? Is okay. You're going hungry, but what is the progress that you're making? How are we progressing in this, right? And you need proper funding for that.
True.
Now, where do you get the funding? I don't really care. What does that mean? It's like, look, you need to be around somebody or a system that can fund your ideas. Because you can have the best idea in the world, you can tell 20 people, and 20 people are like, this is amazing, this is unbelievable, I want to do this, I want to do this. But if you don't have the proper funding for it, then there's no point. And sometimes you gotta eat a shit sandwich.
Yeah.
You understand?
All this ties back to, you know, who you know and who knows you, like networking and all that, right? It's like knowing the right people gets you access to the right things, gets you access to the right opportunities.
It's not what you
gets
have, it's who you know.
access to the money.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I think earlier you mentioned you got to go and take the money. Like when you
Money's not made, it's
when
taken. You
like,
have to take money. You're not the Federal Reserve,
Exactly.
so you're not making money. And if you're not making money, what are you doing? You're taking money. You gotta take their money. You gotta be so good at what you're doing. Take my money. This is the customer. Take it, please. Take it. Take it. Take it.
Exactly.
And then everybody will look at me. Listen, you motherfucker. What do you think we're doing out here? We're trying. We're trying. Listen, you're not trying hard enough. I previously am a white label consultant, as in I develop things for companies and personal businessmen for them to better expand. So I don't really talk about like my history and the people that I've worked with, but I was working with a billionaire next door. I had my office right here, billionaire's office right here. I would hear this guy on the phone talking to these people, and I said, holy shit, this guy is me. But somebody told me no. And I believed them. Somebody told him no, and he was like, fuck you. I'm gonna show you no. And that's why he got where he got, because the way that he would talk to these people on this phone, man, I was like, he's me. And he's me and I am him. And it was like an eye-opening moment, because you know, I understand you have two personas. You have the social media persona, you have like who your mom thinks you are, who your family thinks you are, and then you have the real you, right?
Everybody thinks, yeah. Everybody
You have the
thinks
persona from the outside, and the people see the outside persona, they think that's you, no, and then when you actually get to know the person, they're like, no. They put on their pants like just like everybody else, one after another. But he wouldn't have been there where he wasn't if it wasn't for the proper funding. He surrounded himself with the right people, because at the end of the day, it's not what you have or what you can do, it's who you know.
Exactly.
Who you have access to. If you have access to the right people, you will be able to get to the right places. There's two types of checks, and I think we previously reviewed this. You know what the two types of checks are, right?
Break it down for the audience.
Emotional check and physical check. There's two types of banking. You do an emotional check, like you ask your mom, I need $1,000 for a business. She's not gonna charge you. I mean, you know, so there's some parents that charge you interest, there's some parents that do it, but most parents, most people that want to see you succeed, it's an emotional check.
Yeah.
I'm giving you this $1,000 not because I expect you to make 10, make 20. I want that to happen, but I'm giving you that 1,000 out of because of our relationship, right? If you don't make payments on that check, which is like progress, what happens? The loan forecloses.
Yeah.
They close on that check. Your relationship sours. The next time you come back, you're like, Mom, I need another 1,000. She's gonna be like, F you. I didn't see any progress. Then there's the physical money, the physical checking, which is obviously you go to the bank, you get the loan, you get the funding. But the difference is that I'd rather take money from the person that has the expectations for me. Because I give you 50 grand, right? And I want to see 50 grand in progression. The bank just wants to see the return.
Yeah.
What does that mean? You take that 50 grand, you spend 20 of it in Vegas, you get a car, you get a watch. They're not going to be like, oh, you spent 20 grand. No.
Pay me back.
They're going to give you the money, they're going to give you it with expectations.
Yeah.
You need to have somebody have set the expectations for you. I'm giving you this money because I believe in you, but what am I getting in return? What progress are you progressing in? In what field and what thing? If you're becoming a better person, yes, I took this money. I became a better person. Great. Okay, I took this money. And now I'm investing it in my business and I'm doing this, and that. But it all comes down to what is your mindset? And the mindset goes back into the why.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? Are you doing this for the lows? Or are you doing this to flex? It's perfectly fine. Who cares? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, who cares what your why is? Just do it.
That's why that third one is like, when you can clear what people care about, what people, like when you stop caring about what people think, right? And you just say, yo, this is what I want, and I'm gonna go after it regardless of anything. I think that's the perfect message to kind of just like leave you guys with. It's like, you know, there's so much more coming for you guys. Like, you know,
Oh, there's a lot coming.
there's so much
Coming. It's
so
coming.
much, because, you know, this is the start, right?
And you're gonna see us grow and progress. You're gonna be along with this journey, because you know, if I don't die and he doesn't die, God forbid, it's just gonna keep going up. You know, there's no losing. It's not a setback. What is it? It's a set up. It's not a setback. It's a
And
set up.
And look, realistically speaking, you know, this goes back to number 2, long term. Like, we're in it for the long term to provide as much. Like, the reason I started creating content was because I wanted to help people. Of course, I knew I could make money, right? But the main thing was, people always wanted my advice, or they always wanted my point of view of something. And I was like, you know what? I like motivational speakers, and some people are like, "Oh, dude, you'd be a good motivational speaker." And I'm
Absolutely,
like, "Oh, really?"
you have to look for it.
And I was like, "You know what? Let me just start creating content." And if I deleted these old TikTok videos, but I still have them in my phone, and it's like when I started, man, like my speech. I'm not gonna say it's perfect now, but my speech wasn't that good. But I was like,
You had to build this man. This man had to be built.
and I'm
It was
still
a long
building.
way.
This is step one. I don't want to say version 2.0 is coming soon.
It's in the process.
2.0 is coming
For
soon.
me, I have two real reasons for me. For one, number one, I want to make a bunch of money and then tell people money isn't everything. And number two, I want to blow up and then act like I don't know anybody.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm just doing it for the lows.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's really just long term. Like we want to win, and me personally, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get to where I want to get. And yeah.
You want to come along? It's like building the ark. The ark is built. We're telling you, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. It's gonna rain.
It's up to you.
Come on. Remember Noah? He invited everybody.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, the rain's coming. And you know what they did? They laughed and ha 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 ha. Ain't shit coming. And you know what was crazy? The day of the ark, it was a sunny day.
And guess what? That's how it always starts.
That's all it always starts.
Everybody's like, "You're crazy. You're crazy. Why are you doing that?" Hey, I guess I am crazy. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Check out our links below. We're gonna be dropping so much value for you guys coming into.
And not only that, just great content. Great content. We want to hear back from you guys. We want to let you know. I want you to just tell me how ugly my suit is, you know?
Yeah.
Let me know. I don't really care.
My social media DMs are open. any suggestions that you guys have, any feedback, positive, negative, whatever you want to say, I want to hear it. I love the negatives because
It's not like I know how to read anyway.
yeah, I agree. All I want to do is improve. And dude, I think
Let's do it together.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good wrap up right there. Like we could even leave this in the video. But yeah, man. Good episode.